All right, welcome everybody to the Wildtree Opportunity Call. We are excited to be here with you tonight. My name is Annie Alexander, and I will be leading tonight's call. I'm a director with Wildtree, and have been working my business consistently for 3 years now. I live in Kansas City with my husband and my 10-year-old daughter and my 8-year-old son. And I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy schedule this evening to learn about this cutting-edge company called Wildtree. So before we dive into the call, I have a couple of quick housekeeping items for you. Our presentation not only has the phone component to it, but also a web component. So if you are on the phone and you would like to join along and follow a visual, it's not too late to hop online. So I'm going to give you that web address. It's www.join.me/Wildtree Opportunity. And don't worry, you can see our slides, but we can't see you or hear you. So you can be in your jammies having a glass of wine, and that is totally fine. So we currently have the lines muted just to avoid any background noise, and then we'll open up the line at the end of the call for any questions. And for those of you who are joining us on the online webinar portion, you can submit questions in the chat box as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's get started. So typically, people are attracted to the Wildtree Opportunity for one or more of these 5 reasons. The first would be financial. And this would be somebody who's looking to help pay some bills at their house, or saving for a special vacation, saving for kids' college funds, or just some house improvements. Another reason people join is for the freedom. They don't really care so much about the money, but they just want the lifestyle and flexibility. Another reason is for fun. It's kind of a social outlet. They like to go on the incentive trips and just have a really good time. A fourth reason people might join is for personal development, and we hear this a lot. This would be, like moms who stay home with their kids and maybe left a career and then want to get back into the workforce but don't really want to go back to school or back into a full-time job, and they just want to get out of that mommy fog brain that they have. So we hear that a lot, people join for that personal development. And another reason is for community. And these people, they have friends already, but they want to be in a group of like-minded people. So some people might join a church for this, or part of their school board, and some people join Wildtree, or a combination of those. Or maybe you've just jumped on to support a family member or a friend and just want to know about this awesome adventure that she or he is on. And if that's you, thank you so much for being such a good friend and supporter. Regardless of why you jumped on the call tonight, it never hurts to be educated on what's out there and the choices that you have. So here is what we're going to cover tonight, just so you guys kind of know where we're headed. First, I'm going to introduce you to one of my friends and Wildtree senior team leader, so you can get to know some of the amazing men and women that we get to work with here. Second, I'm going to tell you a little about our company, industry, and why Wildtree is the absolute best opportunity available right now. Third, I'll review 5 key questions to consider when choosing a company to align yourself with. Fourth, I'm going to explain how we make our money. And finally, I'll tell you how to get started with Wildtree should this opportunity be for you. So without further ado, let's introduce one of my amazing colleagues, mom extraordinaire and Wildtree entrepreneur, Melissa Doty.
Thanks so much, Annie. My name is Melissa Doty, and I live in Sycamore, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago, with my husband, Ben, and my 3 kids, who are ages 6, 4, and 1. So when I first found Wildtree, I was a kindergarten teacher and a cross-country coach with a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. I was in a dinner time rut for sure, and I was feeling pretty overwhelmed with our busy life. I had just gone back to school from my maternity leave, and I absolutely hated dropping my 2 kids off at the sitter's house. There was just something about having my second baby that just made it unbearable. I knew they were in a loving, caring environment, but I felt like I was missing everything with my kids. And don't get me wrong, I love, love, love teaching, but it was also pretty bittersweet for me to be spending the majority of the time with kids that weren't mine. I was introduced to Wildtree through one of my best friends, and the freezer meals were an instant lifesaver for us. My husband, who is picky, actually ate them, which was a huge win for us. And I felt so accomplished after working a full day to come home and feed my family a healthy meal. I actually, truth be told, had a small panic attack when my freezer was emptied out. I hosted a party to fill that freezer back up. And all the while, I had just had this aching to be home with my kids that was building and building. When I was presented with the business opportunity, I thought this was not something I could do in a million years. After all, I was totally that person who didn't want to go to home parties. Didn't know anything about them, didn't know anything about direct sales, and how could I invite others that I had turned down so many times to one of my parties? However, that aching in my heart to stay home with my kiddos trumped all, and I decided to give Wildtree a try. So I joined in January of 2013. I promoted to team leader in February, and by May, less than 6 months later, I was feeling confident enough in my growing business to take a leap of faith and request a leave of absence from my teaching job. This week, actually, today was the first day of school. This week marks the third school year that I have been home with my kids. What seemed like a totally far-off dream of being here with them every step of the way has been possible because of Wildtree. I have earned 3 all-inclusive paid vacations, created friendships that will last a lifetime. I have seen growth in myself and in my family through this opportunity, and I've replaced my full-time teaching income. I encourage you to think about what longing do you have deep inside? What gap are you looking to fill? And could Wildtree be your answer?
Oh, that's awesome, Melissa. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love it. Love it. So in case you're just joining us, my name is Annie Alexander. I'm a director with Wildtree, and I live in Kansas City with my husband and 2 kids, ages 10 and 8. I'm a Mizzou Tiger with a degree in accounting and have passed the CPA exam. I worked a little over 10 years in the corporate world, making a 6-figure income. So as you can imagine, teaching families how to eat healthier while saving time and money for an all-natural and organic food company was never, ever on my professional radar. After having kids and due to their health issues and some health issues of my own, I left my dream job traveling the world and chose to stay home. I found Wildtree in my research of trying to solve my family's health issues. And to make a really long story short, Wildtree was key to revolutionizing our health. I could have just remained a Wildtree customer, but something led me to the Wildtree Opportunity, which, by the way, is seriously our best product. After getting a handle on the kids' health issues, I started to think about myself a little bit. And I missed connecting with other adults. And honestly, I had lost a piece of who I was and a little bit of my identity. I signed up as a Wildtree rep and just kind of dabbled for the first 3 years. At that 3-year mark, and when my youngest started preschool, I made a decision. And despite some insecurity and fear of failure, I decided to really dive into the Wildtree Opportunity. And I started with our Wildtree workshop experience, and I invited everyone I knew. And never had I experienced a home party that was just so magnetic. Like, everyone loved it. My friends were excited to feel so productive. The products were a godsend, and before we could complete assembling the 3rd meal out of 10, we were already talking about doing another workshop. So my calendar started filling up with bookings, and soon I had a waiting list. And it was then that I truly realized Wildtree was not only an amazing product, but these workshops were a service to their customers, a service that everyone needs and was highly addictive. And it was then that I also realized that I could have my own business to allow me to work around my life and not the other way around. The reality is that Wildtree makes giving this business a shot completely risk-free. I could see the vision for my family. I could be paid based on how much I worked. I could have a flexible schedule as the kids grew up, and there are endless income opportunities with Wildtree. Literally, the sky is the limit, and the only thing standing in my way was myself. And I never wanted to look back at my life and wonder, what if? So that's how my journey began. So for the first 3 years, even just dabbling, I had some income. So with Wildtree, and especially as an accountant, I was never in the red. I've always made money. You can clearly see when I made a decision to work consistently, and for me that was 10 to 20 hours a week in year 4, earning $21,000. And by sticking with those same hours in year 5, I made about $55,000. In year 6, $83,000. But really, if you think about it, my year 6, I did that in about 3 years when I started working consistently. So you can see that just that consistent work, those 10 to 20 hours a week, the income just kept continuing to rise. In that first year of working consistently, we spent the money on a new minivan, so that was exciting. And I now pay for our kids' private school tuition, all the sporting events that our family loves to go to, huge vacations. We give back big to our community. And then our latest purchase last month was a lake house, which we were super excited about. And my paycheck's going to cover the mortgage, and we'll have plenty left over. So Wildtree income has allowed our family to dream big, to give big, and to live without financial worry, and we're able to work around our life. This year, I'm on my way to earning a solid 6-figure annual income and growing, all without having a boss besides myself. I love the freedom that Wildtree gives me and my family to just have a full life. Now, please know that I tell you this story not to brag or boast, but just so you realize what is truly possible. I am just a normal mom of 2 kids from the Midwest with a dream of a flexible lifestyle. Wildtree is a vehicle to make your dreams happen. It does not have to take 20 years to earn meaningful money with this company. You can change your financial situation this month if you want to. You can sign up today. So let's talk about a business plan. Experts tell you that when determining a company or a product to align yourself with professionally, there are 5 questions to ask yourself. The first one is the product unique and valuable? Yes, Wildtree is the only all-natural, certified organic, direct sales food company. This means we have no real competition in the direct sales industry. So right now, society is undergoing this food awareness revolution, and people are demanding high-quality, non-GMO and organic food, and Wildtree is here to deliver. Food allergies are at their all-time high, and our company is completely nut-free. It was founded with the goal of providing simple, healthy, allergen-free meals. We also have a certified gluten-free manufacturing facility. So as you can see, we are on the cutting edge of this food revolution, and now is the time to jump in. Furthermore, food as a product category is consumable product, meaning we build residual income as our customers reorder and rebook with us regularly. They're going to go grocery shopping every single week to feed their families. So either your local grocery store or I am going to get a slice of that grocery budget. The second question to ask yourself is about demand. Is there a widespread appeal for the product? And yes, we are a product that everyone can enjoy. Everybody, young or old, male or female, has to eat. And furthermore, the organic food industry is in high growth mode right now. The supply cannot keep up with the demand, and this is a smart business to be in during this right place, right time, perfect storm. And quite honestly, this is the only at-home party that your husband will actually shoo you out of the house in excitement because you're going to be bringing home a new set of yummy meals. This makes booking parties so fun and just easy, and the whole family is on board and enjoying what we do. So the third question to ask yourself, does the product or company have a mission that you can stand behind? And there are dozens of companies out there with fun products. but it is something you can be truly passionate about. And in society, we often see that like money, mission, and flexibility in a job, they're like oil and water. They just cannot go hand in hand. Most of the careers that are mission-focused, such as teaching, ministry, and social work, lack in the money department. Yet the careers that are financially rewarding often ask us to compromise our values or just don't give us the lifestyle flexibility that we want to have. With Wildtree, you can have both the money and the mission all at the same time. And our mission at Wildtree is to help educate families on how to prepare simple, healthy meals while saving time and money. And we get to bring families back to the dinner table together, and that's truly an awesome feeling. And what's so cool is you get this sense of mission while also knowing that I'm getting paid for what I'm worth. Wildtree is one of the most competitive comp plans in the industry. And I'll discuss that in a minute, and I think you'll see why Wildtree makes financial sense too. So the fourth question to ask yourself is the economical timing right? And no, I'm not talking about is the timing right for you. We're all really busy with jobs, kids, weddings, anniversaries, soccer games, back to school, holidays, dance recitals, Zika outbreaks, broken garage stores. You get my drift. We all have life. And the reality is you make time for what's valuable to you. What I'm talking about here is the timing of economics. If you've ever studied the stages of a business, companies first start out in the startup stage, where they test their market and they show their strengths. If they survive, they move into the growth stage. This is where everyone makes big money. Then they hit a plateau and either evolve into advanced growth or they die. The problem is everyone gets on during the maturity plateau and then says, man, if I had only heard about this back in the day, just imagine where I'd be now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Wildtree is exploding into its growth stage right now. We are a proven concept. We have security and strength. But what is so unique is that our market is still wide open. So when I'm at workshops and tastings, 80 to 90% of the people who are there have never, ever experienced Wildtree. And I love being the one who gets to introduce to them like this high demand, everyday use product. People hear healthy, organic, time-saving, and they're attracted to it like a magnet. And it makes this business fun and profitable. And if you think I'm kidding, just jump on wildtree.com and search for a representative in your area. You will be blown away by how few reps there are. Even in our most concentrated metropolitan areas, you can see if you're on the webinar, you can see the map or hop online. Everyone has to eat, and we have no problem sharing the services that Wildtree has to offer. So the fifth question that you should ask yourself is, does the company have great, reputable leadership? First, it's important to note that Wildtree's founder, Leslie Monti, who developed these spice blends in her home for her kids as a young single mom, is today the CEO and very, very active with the business. This might not seem like a big deal to you, but when the founder leaves the organization, she leaves with her heart. And Leslie's dedication to helping Wildtree representatives be successful is just sprinkled throughout the structure of our opportunity. For example, our starter kit is only $50 and contains over $100 in food products because she wants to show you how to turn a profit instantaneously, like just right then, with absolutely zero inventory. So when you get signed up tomorrow, there's no secret showcase or inventory package that we encourage you to buy after your kit. It's just the $50. Furthermore, we have a company-paid hostess rewards program. 100% of your commission stays in your pocket. Heck, I mean, she even has a program, you guys, to pay for all your business supplies, like your catalogs, order forms, all of that. And Wildtree pays all of our credit card processing fees, so we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's really ridiculous, honestly. And she's the most ethical and fair leader I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And if I don't say so myself, you guys have hit the jackpot on field leadership as well. Like some of the most passionate, strategic, visionary leaders I've ever had the pleasure to work with have chosen to build careers with Wildtree. These ladies are amazing, and we have some men on their way up. They bring their diverse experiences from their previous careers. Like most of them have no sales experience at all. It's teachers, therapists, accountants, on and on. And together we are a beautiful melting pot of talent. And I learn from my co-leaders every day. We've created a culture here that is just sharing and supportive, and regardless on whose team that you're on across the nation, and that is such a special place to be and an amazing feeling to have this community of professionals. Together we have a proven track record and simple system to plug you into for success. We have literally thousands of representatives and leaders earning between $1,000 and $50,000 in commissions per month. But we honor the fact that everyone has unique goals for themselves. We have free phone and online training you can access on your own schedule. We have optional local monthly meetups. And you will have a 100% free business coach who is personally invested in helping you succeed based on what you want to do and what your goals are. So those are the 5 questions that experts tell you to ask yourself. But for good measure, I'm going to throw one more in there. So number 6, can you see yourself have fun in this business? This business is simple and fun, and I look forward to my parties and the opportunity to have a glass of wine while meeting a new group of men and women and helping them feed their families. The way our business is structured, there's no high-pressure sales. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to pay a babysitter that night, and if a party will cancel due to bad weather or anything like that. With our workshop, everything's paid and prepared in advance. So I know exactly what I'm making that night before I even leave my house. I can just show up, socialize, and build relationships, and that is fun. So that being said, let me explain how we earn our income with Wildtree. We earn our money in 3 primary ways: personal sales, leadership commissions, and prizes such as an all-inclusive international trip for you and up to 3 guests each year. So first, let's talk about the personal sales. By selling the product, we earn 25 to 40% commission on anything we sell. We sell our product through a variety of avenues. Of course, we have beautiful catalogs. We all have our own personal websites. We can do fundraisers, personal shopping, gift baskets, but we see the highest amount of success through the in-home tasting party or the ever-popular freezer meal workshop. The average tasting or workshop in the company is over $500, which means in just a few hours working outside of your home per week, you can earn over a $500 profit per month. Not bad. The second way we can earn income is through sharing the career opportunity and building a team. By building a team, your team members always earn full commission based on their performance level. And Wildtree Corporate will pay you a commission check for helping to find and train such a successful person. So this is not any different than corporate America. There are layers of job titles and layers of responsibility. So, for example, if you take a regular corporate America job like a VP of sales, he's offered bonuses based on sales objectives of their team. And his or her boss earns bonuses based off of his team's performance, and so on and so forth. We're structured just the same way. But something we have that these people in corporate America will never have is the unlimited potential. By building a team, you can promote yourself as fast as you want and earn a leadership commission. You don't have to play the political game. You don't have to go on strike or wait for your boss to be promoted. You can do it when you want to start earning more income. You are totally in control. Successful team leaders earn between $1,000 and $5,000 per month. Our mid-level to top directors in the company earn 6 figures and beyond. It's all what you want to make of it. Finally, the third way we earn our income is through amazing prizes while through words with such as the annual all expenses paid international trip. It is literally 100% all expenses paid. So airfare, ground transportation, food, hotel, you name it, for you and up to 3 guests. And what I love is that this trip is truly attainable, even for the part-time Wildtree rep. There are people who have earned the trip in their first year, and they've earned it in like less than 7 months. So I earned my first incentive trip to Puerto Vallarta for my husband and I, and that was just the beginning. Since then, we've gone to Punta Cana and Costa Rica, and next year I'm sure we'll be in Jamaica. So traveling for free once a year is quite a nice perk for such a flexible business opportunity. And if you're thinking that sounds great as well, it's not too late to jump on board and just earn that trip to Jamaica, because I would love to be sitting in the sand with you. So what happens next? We want you to have some time to process everything you've heard tonight and just really give this income opportunity some thought. But we're also looking for people who are action takers. That being said, sleep on it, think it over, talk to your husband or whoever you get for support from, but don't wait too long. We are embarking on our busiest season of the year, fall, and now is the perfect time to jump in, learn the ropes, and capitalize on our busy season. Simply contact the person who invited you on tonight's webinar, and they can get you more details. It really seriously only takes 5 minutes to get started. So thank you again for jumping on this call and learning about our amazing company. I really do hope you give this opportunity careful consideration and take advantage of this cutting-edge, groundbreaking opportunity. Really realize where Wildtree is in the marketplace, where we are going, and decide, do you want to be part of it? Because we would love to have you. I know many of you guys have calls scheduled with your representatives who invited you here tomorrow or the next day to discuss any questions you might have. But if you would like Melissa or I to address any questions that you have tonight, we are happy to do so. So we're going to go ahead and put the call into question and answer mode. And then if you have a question, please hit *6 to unmute yourself, or you can comment in the chat box if you're on the webinar live. Thanks again so much for joining us. Just as a reminder, if you have a question, go ahead and hit *6 to unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Cherie Carlson, and I had a question. Am I on mute?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, good. Hi. Now, in the webinar, it said optional training events. I was just wondering about those.
Optional training events that you want to go to. So a lot of times you're the leader in the area, even if it's not your upline, will have training opportunities that you are welcome to go to, but they are not mandatory. Some companies have mandatory meetings, and that's just not how Wildtree works.
Right. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm excited, and I'm definitely jumping on board. So.
Yay! Welcome. Awesome.
I tell you, I've been in corporate world for 19 years, and I was in a seriously terrible car accident in October, and they kind of disturbed. They're like, sorry, you. So I'm just like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was so devastated. And this opportunity came up, and I said, oh, my gosh. One door closes, now the other one's opening.
Exactly. Well, get with whoever invited you to the webinar and get signed up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait, and I'm definitely interested in at least, becoming a team leader of some sort. I think this would be great. So.
Fantastic. It is great. We love it. That's why we're here.
Yeah, good. Okay, I will. And I'll mute myself. myself again. Thanks.
Yeah. What other questions can we answer for you tonight?
I do actually have another question. This is Cherie.
Yeah, go for it.
So financially, I was looking at the chart. It said 1 year. What was the first year and the second year? And I think you said by the fourth year, you kind of doubled your earnings. But
So the first 3 years I was with Wildtree, I was just dabbling. So I would just do a party here and there. I wasn't really working it at all. And then in that fourth year, when I started working, probably I think it was March, April timeframe, I started working 10 to 20 hours a week, probably closer to 10 at that time, and made $21,000 that year. And then the next year, same hours, 10 to 20 hours, and made $55,000. And then the next year it was $83,000. And I still work about 10 to 20 hours a week. Some weeks it's more, some weeks it's less. And so if you want to take that income up even faster, then you just work it, like a full-time job.
Right.
So that's what's so great. Yeah, that's what's so great about Wildtree is you get to set your goals and work, as many hours that you want to. And based on that, you're going to get paid for what you work. So if you put in the more hours consistently over time, then you're going to see your income go up.
And then the parties that's the best way to achieve that, or?
Yes, parties are the best way to get started because you can just reach so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have so many friends that are, I talk to 2 people and they're like, I'm on board. Like, yeah, I'm like, and I know I have so many friends that would just absolutely love this. It's like, and I'm like, yes.
Yes. So you need to get signed up like tonight. Get your friends signed up and get going so you can really take advantage of September, October, November, and the first part of December. Those are really crazy, busy, fun months with Wildtree.
Oh, good. Now, as far as taxes, what is that? How is that? Like, what do you do for that? As far as your income and what have you. Is there?
So my personal taxes, or like the taxes my personal taxes, my income taxes.
Yeah.
So I estimate that out, and my husband's an accountant as well. But we estimate that out, and so we will just hold back taxes as I'm making money through the year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we do it.
Okay. Is it kind of like, do you get a 1099 from the Wildtree, or is it just?
Yeah. At the end of the year, yes.
Okay.
So just like you would any other company.
Okay. But the taxes and then you can deduct like your home, your computers, is that true? Could you?
Yeah. So I would talk to your tax accountant about that on what you can and cannot deduct. There are definitely rules around what you can deduct. So you can't just deduct your home office. I mean, there's specific rules around it, and depending on how conservative your accountant is, I would talk to them about it and make sure that you feel comfortable with that decision.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And then as far as Wildtree is concerned, is there like investment opportunity?
Like into the company itself?
Yeah.
I don't think in the way you're thinking, but I look at as my investment into Wildtree is my $50 that I invested, and then I'm investing into it because I work for them, and I feel like I am part of the company, being a director. So.
Well, I hope someday I will accomplish that as well.
Yep, you definitely can. It's all about what you decide you want to do.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time. I'm very excited to open this other door, this opportunity.
Yeah, you bet. Well, whenever you're at leadership or the next conference or on the trip, I hope that you find Melissa and I and come say hi.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I guess that's all the questions I have.
Okay.
Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Who invited you to the call tonight?
Well, let's see. It is Sarah Lerner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love Sarah. Good. Yeah, chat with her.
Yeah, she's nice. And she's actually signing up somebody else, and she's got like 2 or 3 other people that are signing up underneath her. So she's
Good. Good, good.
Yeah, so she's well on her way as well.
Yep.
Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.